Breaking news. Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua has likely been canceled. Fans all over the world are in shock as this highly anticipated bout will no longer take place. Eddie Hearn has revealed that there was a deal in place contingent on both fighters winning. But that's not all. In an unexpected twist, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, oh my God, to this day, suffers a crushing defeat to New Zealander Joseph Parker, the former opponent of Anthony Joshua. The news has now sent shockwaves through the boxing community. Wilder, known for his powerful punches and right hand, and he seemed destined to face off with Anthony Joshua in Saudi Arabia in the heavyweight division. However, the plans have now been abruptly shattered with the unexpected loss to Joseph Parker on the Day of Reckoning card. The boxing community is now left wondering what this means for Deontay Wilder's future. Only time will tell, but one thing is for certain: the cancellation of Joshua versus Wilder, Wilder's now defeat, third loss to Joseph Parker, has left fans disappointed and also hungry for answers. So make sure you tune in as I bring you guys the latest and greatest developments and updates surrounding this shocking turn of events. I got a video. I will be doing a video about Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker, in depth, breaking down the fight, what I seen, what led to this moment. But I wanted to give you guys notice that this fight with Joshua is likely off the table. Both fighters needed to win here, and both fighters did not. So as a result, it's likely that this fight will be removed. Deontay Wilder really couldn't get things going in the 12 rounds with Joseph Parker, who, again, as I mentioned, is a former opponent of Anthony Joshua, former champion as well. So the heavyweight division is definitely full of twists and turns. The Americans on this Day of Reckoning card in Saudi Arabia came up a bit short. You had Daniel Dubois, who beat Jarrell Big Baby Miller by stoppage in the 12th and final round. I made a separate video about that. So for all your boxing news, for breakdowns like this and news reports, you guys hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It's all you got to do. So that was on this card. Daniel Dubois, he looked sharp. Daniel Dubois, he had to suffer some early to mid rounds, some up and down, a hectic pace from Gerald Big Baby Miller. Again, for more on that, check out that video. But he weathered that storm, got back to his jab, got back to his boxing, and he was able to stop an undefeated Gerald Big Baby Miller. That's American number one. American number two, of course, as I mentioned at the top of this video, was, oh my God, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So 2 UK fighters beat the 2 USA fighters on this particular card. And that's what it is. So, I mean, it's disappointing. I think a lot of people who are trigger happy and, you know, posting all these comments, rejoicing, laughing, all in the video. And it's like they're seemingly happy that this fight with Joshua got canceled. But me, I'm a real boxing fan. And if you're a real boxing fan, why would you be happy that Joshua Wilder is no mas, not going to be a thing? That is mind-boggling to me and very frustrating and befuddling that you have people posing as boxing fans, but they really don't want what's best for boxing. So you're masquerading as a boxing fan, but you truly do not care about the growth of the sport. You don't care about the fighters either. Wilder and Joshua both stood to gain a ton of money by fighting each other. It was long overdue. Fans wanted to see the fight. It was a fight that you still could have sold, but with Wilder losing, again, it's likely Joshua goes in a different direction. I don't know what that direction will be, but I know it's not the better thing for boxing, because you got Tyson. There's only one Tyson Fury, and he's defending the belt he won versus Wilder, the WBC belt, versus Alexander Usyk in Saudi Arabia next year. Usyk beat Joshua twice, and he's the unified champion. So that's a great fight. And if anything, this fight with Parker and Wilder shows you that in the heavyweight division, it could go either way, especially this modern division. I think in times of past, like the 60s, 70s, 80s, and even early 90s, the heavyweight division, you had some insanely talented, skilled heavyweights, from Muhammad Ali to George Foreman to Ernie Shavers and Larry Holmes, and later Mike Tyson. Hi, it's me, Mike Tyson. There's nobody that could beat me. I'm not a textbook fighter. I fight though, right? Ray Mercers, you had Tommy Morrison, Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield, the real deal, right? So you had so much talent. Riddick Bowe, and we're talking about Olympians like Lennox and also Riddick Bowe, top quality operators, Olympian like Muhammad Ali. Now this division is up for grabs, and it's sad because everybody throughout boxing history, they came to see the big men fight, the heavyweights. But now you have these different disparities and some strengths, but also I see a lot of weaknesses in today's heavyweight. So as a result, it's a mixed bag. You got Joe Joyce, and he'll beat Daniel Dubois. And then you're like, oh man, Joe Joyce is unstoppable. Joe Joyce beats Joseph Parker. You got Zille Zhang, who lost. I don't think he really lost to Philip Ergovich. I don't think he really should have lost that fight. But on paper, they had him losing. So you're thinking like Joe Joyce, he's fighting Zille Zhang. Some people would favor Joe Joyce. Zille Zhang beats him. Then he wasn't content with that. Joe Joyce rematches Zhang, and then he loses even worse, right? So Parker got knocked out by Joyce. Joyce got knocked out by Zille Zhang. And then Parker is getting ready to be the last obstacle for Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder before a Joshua fight, a guy that Joshua already beat. Joshua already beat Parker. And then Wilder loses to Parker. Hi, Miss Parker. When you gonna let me, Miss Parker? What movie is that from? So it's like, it's all over the place. People wanted to see Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury, and Anthony Joshua fights against Usyk, and he loses twice. Now is Usyk and Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury just fought an MMA guy, and then a lot of people thought he lost to the MMA fighter. Oh man, the heavyweight division is crazy right now. So it's like, you don't know if they're coming or going. You really can't tell in the heavyweight division. Boxing is the theater of the unknown. But for all the people who are laughing and rejoicing and somehow seemingly happy that Joshua and Wilder is likely canceled, that's pretty pathetic. I mean, it's selfish, it's pathetic. And I really don't even consider these real people, like people that you would hang out with in real life. How are you happy that Joshua and Wilder, Parker threw a monkey wrench? Now, good for Parker. I have nothing bad to say about him. He did what he was supposed to do. People didn't believe in him. Him and his team believed in him. So I get that. But why would you, as a fan, I'm talking about, we know what the big money fights are. And Joshua Wilder is now a cautionary tale. I told you guys this from the beginning. Strike while the iron's hot. They didn't want to strike while the iron's hot. People played games with the fight because Wilder was undefeated with the WBC belt. Joshua was undefeated with the other belts, right? The unified belts. They should have just fought, and the fans could have got it in real time. But boxing won't get out of his own way. And when you had two great undefeated fighters, both knockout artists, we didn't know all of their flaws at that time because they hadn't been shown in some other fights, like Parker fights, Fury fights, or fights with Joshua Ruiz, Joshua Usyk. Now they both got 3 losses. I will say Anthony Joshua, he looked very good versus Otto Wallin. Again, a guy who gave Tyson Fury cuts and he gave Tyson Fury trouble. So that was a very sharp performance by Joshua. But I mean, he did good on his end and made good on his portion of the deal, but Wilder didn't. So now the fans suffer. Thank you for watching this breaking news update. Subscribe to Boxingego. So just remember to subscribe to the channel for more boxing news, content, and updates. Let me know what you guys think. Joshua versus Wilder. Canceled.